Hi, my name is Angelica and welcome to your Body Club workout. And today I'll be taking you through a dynamic Pilates mat workout, which will work your entire body. Today you'll need a set of 1 kilo weights. I wouldn't advise anything over, say, if you've got, say, 1.5, that's probably okay. But if you don't have weights, that's also fine. And also a Pilates ball. Now, if you don't have weights at home, you're welcome to raid your kitchen pantry and get some tin, tomatoes, beans, something that will just give you an element of resistance. But of course, if that's not your thing, you can do this without. So let's all start standing. Your feet are going to be hip distance apart. Stand up nice and tall, and then let's just focus on our shoulders. Let's reach our shoulders up towards our ears, roll them back down, shrug down, and then forward. We go up, back, down, and forward. Try to do these at a speed with purpose, as opposed to rushing the movement, so you get the full goodness and the full range of warming up the shoulder girdle. Now let's stop at the top and we go the other way. So roll the shoulders forward, down, back and up. Forward, down, back and up. Last one here, and then just find a neutral shoulder position. Maybe give yourself a shake. Then from here, take your left hand, reach it out forward, palm facing the opposite direction. And I want you to focus your gaze at the tip of your longest finger. From here, we reach the fingertips up towards the sky. And I want you to think about reaching as high or as far as you can, keeping your gaze fixed on those fingertips to again stretch out around the shoulder girdle. So notice I'm looking down. Notice my body is also adapting. Then once you get to the start, we go the other way. So looking down towards the floor or wherever your fingertips are. Allow the chest to twist. Up towards the sky. Keep thinking about stretching, someone's pulling you. Now let's get that hand down towards the side. We go to the other side. Backing up. Following the gaze, allowing the chest to open out. You can make this as slow as you want. I would encourage more slow than fast. Once you get to that starting position, go the other way. Reach, reach, reach. Really nice. Should feel really nice. We have hands down by the sides. Good. Then from here, let's focus on our head. Just a gentle head nod, chin towards the chest. Take a moment to let your neck lengthen here. Start to draw your chin towards either shoulder. Imagine your head's a pendulum. Again, with control. Then, once you've done a couple here, let's all face each other once more. Turn towards your left-hand side. And then drop your gaze down towards the floor. Take your left hand, place it on the top of your head, and gently pull down so the side of the neck gets some love. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release the hand, let it dangle, and then we can go straight to the other side. Let's just look towards your right hand side first. Take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, drop your gaze down towards the floor. Hand goes on top of the head. A gentle push to encourage the stretch on the side of the neck. Good. Release the hand. And then from here, we turn to face each other. Let's reach the hands up to the sky, palms are facing the front of the room. Bend into the elbows, cactus shape. Allow the chest to look up. And now we're slightly extending the back here. Reaching up, let's go into a little flow here. Sweep the hands down, dive forward. And we find our forward fold position. Good, so legs are starting to lengthen. Then from here, start to restack the spine. One vertebrae stacking on top of the other. Squeeze into the bum. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. You keep facing where you are. I'm just turning to face you. We do that again. Reach the hands up to the sky, looking at your thumbs. Bend into the elbows, cactus shape, and allow the chest to shine forward. Reaching the hands up, glide. Sweep the hands down, and we roll back down. Let yourself dangle. Once more here. But I'm going to add a little challenge. See if you can keep, as you're rolling up, see if you can keep your weight on the top of your feet as opposed to shifting the weight back. So that way, you have to start to wake up into the glutes. You're going to use your core to balance your center of gravity onto the center of the feet. So a little bit of technique there. Rolling up, reaching the hands up to the sky like what we did before. Bend the elbows, cactus shape. That should feel really nice in the back. Reaching up, this is our last time. Diving down, again, keep the weight in the center, and this time we're going to find your forward fold here. Good, you can have a soft bend into the knees. From here, right hand reaches up. Looking at your fingertips, allow the chest to open. Then bring it back down. Let's just focus on the one side for the moment. So that way, your right leg also has some fun. It's starting to lengthen into the back of the right hamstring, right calf. Last one here. And then we go straight to the other side. I'm going to turn, so I'm facing you. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, reach. Have a moment here to let your neck lengthen as well. Really nice. Last one. Good. So now we're into our forward fold. Good. So then from here, we start to drop our bum down towards the floor. Extend the legs out. We're going to be in a lying position. So here we want our knees bent, feet are hip distance apart, arms by sides. We're going to go into some hip rolls. So from here, we start with start thinking about our pelvis. We're going to tuck our pelvis, we're going to tilt it back rather, squeeze into the bum, and then we lift our hips. But as we're lifting our hips, we think about trying to peel one vertebrae off the floor at once, squeezing into the glutes, and we lift as high up so that we're in this neutral position, not overextending where our hip ribs are flaring. It will be about the base of your shoulder blades here. We take an inhale breath to prepare, and as we exhale, we reverse everything. So surrender from the chest. So upper back lowers, mid back, squeezing into your bum here, ribs going down to your lower back. Roll through the lower back, and we return to that starting position. In the next one, let's take our hands up to the sky, palms facing each other. And we do the same thing with our hips. So initiate by tilting the pelvis back. Starting to peel the spine off the floor. So this might be a little bit more challenging because we're removing the base of support. We just remove the arms from the floor. Remember, once you get onto your shoulder blades, we then surrender and roll back down. Now what you'll see me do throughout class is a very audible exhale. This enables me to wake up my core just a little bit more. So once you're now back in that starting position, let's take our arms overhead. Draw the ribcage down to engage the core. And then we do once more here. We start to tilt the pelvis backward as we know and love. Squeeze into the bum. Our six pack has to work a little bit harder to roll up. Once you get to the top, don't forget to breathe, inhale. And as you exhale, Just like what I said earlier, you can do that audible exhale to wake up the deep core just that little bit more. Core has to work just a little bit harder as well to let every vertebrae have a moment on the mat. Good. Once you're now back to the starting position, let's find a T shape with the hands, palms facing down. Good. Then from here, I want you to soften the ribs, so then your ribs come closer to your hips and the lower back starts to lengthen along the mat. This is your imprint spine. We use imprint spine to give us extra pelvic stability and core strength when our legs are up in the air, which is what we're about to do now. So let's take our right leg into tabletop and the left leg to join. So this is your starting position. Now, I'm going to turn this way and you'll see why in a minute. So you can start to see what my knees are doing. We're going to do some spinal rotation on the mat. From here, we take an inhale breath to prepare. And as we exhale, we start to take these knees, tilt them slightly to the right-hand side. You'll feel the pelvis lift, which is fine, but keep the shoulder blades glued. And your knees will get to about 1 p.m. if they were on a clock. From here, we take an inhale breath to stay. And as you exhale, draw the ribs to hips to bring the legs back to center. We take an inhale in the center position. As we exhale, we go the other way. So we're drawing our knees towards 11 o'clock. So we're working into our side body here, our obliques. Take an inhale to stay. And as we exhale, draw the ribs to hips to bring the knees back to center. Once more here. Yep, definitely feeling it on the side body here. Inhale, exhale, draw ribs to hips to bring it back to center. Try not to let momentum do the work here. Inhale, exhale, bring the knees out to the side, back to the 11 o'clock position. Inhale, and exhale, bring it back to center, and then gently bring one leg down, then the other. Now, this is going to be the first time we use our ball, so grab your ball for this sequence. And then we squeeze our bum to a bridge position and we place the ball on our sacrum, our tailbone region. So we place it underneath. Now be mindful, we want this on the back of the pelvis, so tailbone sacrum region is perfect, not the lower back. And this will introduce a level of challenge, because we're going to use this as a balance mechanism. So once you're feeling feel quite comfortable in that region, take the arms out by the sides, your palms are facing down, and they'll serve as a base of support. From here, we're going to focus again on that rib to hip connection. We soften the ribs and bring them closer to our hips, and we feel this sense of connectedness in our deep core and in our obliques, and that's going to help us stay balanced. From here, we take the right leg to tabletop, and then our left leg joins, and now our connection's really starting to kick in. And from here, we're going to start with our toe taps. We take an inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, lower one leg down towards the floor. Try to keep a right angle here. Maybe you'll touch the floor, maybe you won't. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lower the other leg down towards the floor and bring it back to center. So now you've got the movement going, now is my time to add a few sparkles. So what I like to imagine is that there is a orange underneath your knees. So that would prevent me from tapping the floor too close to the ball. The further that your toes reach away, the more challenging it is to maintain this rib to hip connection. I'm lowering down, I'm exhaling, and then I'm inhaling to bring everything up. Now, let's add a few layers here. So if this is feeling good, you're now welcome to start to lift the hands off the floor, but keep the elbows grounded on the floor. So you'll notice I'm starting to reduce my base of support to challenge this connection. Let's bring back the audible breath that we spoke about earlier. Now, next level here, and I encourage you to do this whilst the knees are still in tabletop. Take the hands up to the sky, and we can go again. And if you're feeling even more fancier, you can take the arms overhead. Last one here, team. We finish with legs tabletop. Bring the hands towards the ceiling. Ground the hands to the floor. And then we'll just reset for a moment. So maybe when you've been doing this, the ball is slightly rolled. So here's your chance to take the feet down if you haven't done so already. Reposition. And we're going to add a little bit more of a challenge here to this rib to hip connection that we've been working through. So from here, find that connection again, soften the ribs, draw the ribs towards the hips, keep the bum switched off. Then we take the legs to tabletop. And this is going to be our starting position. We take an inhale breath to prepare. And as we exhale, see if you can extend the legs away, keeping that connection, keeping that softness but stability. We take the inhale, both legs to tabletop. As we exhale, extend the legs away, squeezing into the inner thighs. Take an inhale breath, tabletop. Exhale, extend the legs. Now for that added challenge, if you're feeling good, maybe take the legs just a centimeter lower towards the floor, making sure we still have that connection to protect our lower back. Last two here. Use that exhale breath to really find that core. Last one, we're going to hold. This is the finale here, guys. So remember what we did earlier. We saw the little variations. Maybe take the elbows, only have the elbows on the ground. Maybe bring the hands up to the sky. Arms by your ears. Hold here for 4. Hold here for 3. Last 2, team, and 1. Bring legs down. Lift the hips up, and then lift the hips down, and we're done for that sequence. Now, done a lot of work on this front body. I'm going to bend you the other way. So from here, we're going into some back extension work. So we'll start with our legs parallel, toes pointed. And we'll warm up with an exercise called breaststroke. So we'll take the arms by the sides, palms are facing into the thighs. And you make a dot on the mat with your nose. Then from here, we focus on our shoulder blades. We inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, hover, shine the chest forward, look beyond the yoga mat. We take an inhale to stay. And as we exhale, roll everything down, let the shoulders flop forwards. And again, we inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As we exhale, shine the chest forward. Inhale to stay. And as we exhale, roll everything down, flop the shoulder blades forward. Now what I want you to think about when you're doing this move is this idea of your pubic bone pressing into the floor, and that will stabilize the pelvis, preventing it from tilting too far forward. We inhale, we exhale, roll down. 2 more here. We keep our head in line with our spine, squeezing to bum, that's perfectly okay. And we should be feeling this into our mid-back. Now, if you're feeling this into your lower back, you're welcome just to keep your hover to be much lower. So again, this is what we're trying to protect. Inhale, exhale, flop forward. Last time here, we'll add a hold. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, hover, and we hold. So really think about reaching the toes away from the head, ears and shoulders away from each other, squeezing into the bum. We hold for 4, make your back strong in 3, maybe add a smile here in 2, and 1, flop everything down. Really nice. Now, this next series, we take our legs out to mat width apart, toes are pointing out to the side, so we've laterally rotated from the hip joint. So we take our ball and we reach it forward, one palm on top of the other. And here's your starting position. From here, we take an inhale to stay. As we exhale, roll the ball towards your chest and allow the chest to lift. We inhale to stay, and we exhale, roll everything down. We inhale to prepare, roll the shoulder blades back and down. As we exhale, roll the ball towards you, allow the chest to lift. Now notice my bum is squeezing like it's quite engaged. My legs are engaged as well, and my pubic bone is drawing into the ground to protect my lower back. Inhale, exhale, roll down. We've got 3 more here. So all these little bits of technique are what make the Pilates method so special, right? It's this idea of really being in tune with your mind and the body. Inhale, exhale. Now, if this is again not feeling so great on the lower back, you're welcome to reduce the range of your back extension. But just remember, pubic bone and glutes are key. Let's hold on this next one. Looking forward, shoulders back. Glutes engage. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll everything down. Move the ball to the side. Push into your hands. And we find a shell stretch. So I've got my heels together in this one, thighs together. And our goal here is to stretch out the lower back. Rounding into the mid-back, the thoracic spine. It's almost like reversing everything we just did, just to decompress the vertebrae. You're welcome to have your hands in front, or you can bring them behind. One will potentially feel a bit better on your shoulders. But the key thing is here about rounding, lots of space in this belly region. Last inhale here. And as you exhale, start to restack the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. So, let's take that ball again. And we're going to another classic Pilates move called your C curve. Take the ball, and we place it in between our thighs, just to give our inner thighs some engagement, and also actually releases into your hip flexors if you add a bit of engagement. So our starting position, I want you to sit vertical rather, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Then we imagine you're being punched in the belly. So keeping that lower back vertical, our upper and mid back goes up and over, and we're looking at our ball. Reach the hands away from the body. So I think of like a zombie. Palms are facing down. I'm going to warm up here before we add anything on. So we take an inhale to stay. And as we exhale, we roll back. Looking forward. We inhale, roll up. And we exhale, roll down. So what we're trying to achieve here is sustaining this C curve. So this flexion of the spine in both movements. We're also trying to keep our feet on the floor. So everyone's range could be a little different here, but use your feet as your guiding point for you. So how far you roll down in this position. All right, let's finish this one off. And then we go back to a vertical position of the spine. Now here's your time to take weights with you. So we're going to add some work with our arms whilst we're practicing in our C curve. So we start in that vertical position. We start again in the way we just did, but we're going to have weights. So let's roll the shoulder blades back and down so our shoulders are in a good starting position too. Good. From here, we start to inhale. And as we exhale, roll back, bend one elbow back. Keep looking forward for the moment. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, bend the opposite elbow. Now you keep going. I'm going to turn around to face the camera. You can see what's going on. So I start to roll back, then I bend the elbow. Roll back, bend the elbow. Now let's add another layer. So as we bend the elbow, I want you to follow the weight with your gaze. We roll back and allow the chest to rotate. I'm now looking back towards my elbow. Inhale, exhale. And you'll start to feel this warmth on the tops of your shoulders. And working into your back muscle. One more on each side, team. And then let's reset. position. Hope that's feeling lovely for you. We're going to add on and we're going to see if we can sustain the C curve that we've been working on whilst we do some arm work. So from here, we go back to our starting position. We inhale to prepare. We exhale, roll it down. So find the lowest point that you can sustain the C curve. Now, if your lower back's not loving this, or you've had lower back sensitivities in the past, you're welcome to take the ball and place it on your lower back for support. Otherwise, we should all be in our challenger zones, ribs are soft, and we take our arms out to that zombie position to begin with. Good. From here, we're going to reach the hands up towards the sky. Arms are by ears. Let's take some shoulder presses here. Bend the elbows and reach. Bend the elbows and reach. Inhaling as we reach. Exhaling as we bend. Elbows in line with your shoulders. We've got 4 more here. And 3. Last 2 for me. Let's finish with the elbows down. We've got that cactus position. Good. Then from here, we reach. We actually bring the elbows closer together. Then we open it out. Elbows close together, make a goalpost position. Then open it out. Inhale, exhaling, opening out. There's 4 more here. And 3. Last 2, feeling those muscles of the shoulders working. Last one, keep it open. Then from here, tiny lift up, tiny lift down. This is your finale. There's 8 here. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go up and over. Well done. Restack your spine. Now, I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to continue on this idea of articulating the spine, so trying to move from every vertebrae. And we're going to go into a roll-up position. So we can take the ball, move it out to the side for the moment, same with the weights. Have the knees slightly bent, and then we'll find our lying down position. We're lying supine on the floor. Take the arms by the ears for me. And we start to inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. As we exhale, let's roll up first by nodding the chin to chest, letting the upper back peel off. And we just go as far so that we have our head, neck, and shoulders curled up. Spine is neutral, we're looking in between the knees. We inhale, reach up, and then we exhale, roll down. This may be perfect for you today, to feel the 6-pack engage, those ribs tips coming closer. If you need a little bit more, we're going to go up the whole way. So we take an inhale, reach up the fingertips. As we exhale, nod the chin to chest. And we start to curl up, peeling not only the upper back, but the mid back. Scooping in the belly. And we go up and over to that C shape, that C curve that we had before. Good. Now keep the legs slightly bent to full bend, or it's going to be very hard to roll yourself back down. When you take an inhale, start to reverse everything, looking forward. And as you exhale, scoop, lower everything down. Now, if this is quite new to you, you may find a moment in this position where you get stuck. It's kind of like a friction point in a car. So you use your thighs here. If you need to lift up with your thighs, it's totally fine. Right? Once you're getting familiar, getting acquainted with that motion, it's better to use that than to try to hitch yourself up with momentum, yeah? Otherwise, of course, not going to feel it. Otherwise, if you're needing that next level, you can extend the legs along the floor, flex the feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, nod the chin, and then you start to curl up. Going up and over. Once you're in this position, squeezing into the bum, rolling back. Looking forward. And then here, this is where all the magic happens. Lower down with control. Last one here, in whichever position you've got. Inhale, reach. Exhale, nod the chin to chest. Looking forward. We go up and over into our C curve here. Lower back, it's a lovely little stretch here. We take an inhale, rolling back. And as we exhale, lower every vertebrae down like pearls of a necklace. Really nice. Now, we're going to move on to some leg work. So take your ball, and we find our all fours position. So, in our all fours position, we're going to take the ball today and place it behind your right leg. Now, you've got two options to do this exercise. You can do this with your palms facing down, or if you've got wrist sensitivities today, you can also do this in a forearm position. In either case, your hips remain above your knees, and we want to find an imprint position, but in all fours. So thinking about lengthening the lower back, draw the ribs to hips. It's as if you're trying to gently press your lower back into the ceiling. I'm going to take this on my hands today, and I would encourage you to have your elbows pointing backwards for this. Looking forward, we take an inhale. As we exhale, lift the leg with the ball. We tap it down, we lift it up. So the lifting, I want you to think about initiating this with your glute. Now, as we're lifting with our glutes, our goal is to keep the pelvis and the core stable, just like when we started. So we're starting to work into this right glute. Good. We've just got two more here, and then we're going to finish with our leg lifted up. Last one here. Hopefully that was two. You got the bonus one if that was wrong. Then from here, see if we can just lift the leg a little bit higher, so squeezing into the glute, knee in line with your hip. Then from here, just squeeze the ball, release. Now you're welcome to flex the foot or keep the foot pointed. Your choice. Look, I'm doing both. Keep looking forward. Now what tends to happen here is everyone's weight starts to shift towards their supporting leg. So I want you to make a priority to shift the weight the other way. It will make your core work harder, but that's what we're here for, right? 4 more. And 3, 2. Last one. We have our toes pointed to finish in the sequence. Lift the glute just a little bit more. Then from here, lift it up, lower it down. Tiny lift, tiny drop. Tiny lift, tiny drop. I'm shaking. Hope you are too here. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. Hold it up for 1. Now, from here, we're going to keep the height of the leg, but we'll just turn the knee out to the side. So we're in a turn out position. Bring it back in. Turn it out. Bring it back in. Take those moments. If you need to take a little break to reset your position, totally fine here. 2 more here. Last one, keep the leg turned out. This is your finale. Keep pushing the glute up to the sky. Let that side glute get some love here. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything down. Now, from here, I've taken the ball out of my knee, placed it into my hand. We take that same leg, bring that forward now. Got a little cheeky quad series called my 90-90 lunge. So, focus your attention forward. We're going to restack our spine. So now our torso is lifted, and then we're going to stand up. Ball's going to be in the hands here. From here, let's get into some lunges. So lower and straighten. So bending the back leg, bending the legs rather, and straighten. Good. Ball's just here. A little bit of support for your hands. 2 more here. Who's ready for a bit of fun? Last one. Now I want you to find your lowest point without your back leg touching the floor. Here's your moment to check the alignment. Your ankles beneath your front knee rather. Have you got a 90-90 lunge on the back leg? All right. From here, can you drop a little? Lift it up. Drop a little. Lift it up. So the quads will go on fire very quickly. Good. 4 more here, team. And 3. Last 2. 1. Keep it low. Now use your inner thighs to squeeze in towards each other. And then release. Squeeze and release. Really? I'm sure you're feeling that burn. We've got this together. 4 more here. And 3, 2, 1, stay, 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 last push here. Can we lift the front heel, drop it down, front heel lift, drop it down. 4 more, 3, 2, keep that front heel lifted for me. Reach the ball up towards the sky. 8 to finish here. Tiny drops and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Let's take everything, bring the feet together, bring everything together. Find that forward fold. Really good. We've got the other side to go. So left leg is going to have the ball. And we go again. Left leg lifts, left leg lowers. I'll do this one on forearms so you can see what it looks like. Because maybe your wrists are at the point where they need a break, and that's totally okay, because the essence of this exercise is to work the glutes whilst maintaining core stability. Remember that little sparkle I told you? Take a moment to shift your weight towards the working leg to even out the weight distribution. 2 more here. Keep looking forward. Last one. Keep the leg lifted. Flex the foot, point the toe, your choice. Squeeze the ball, release. Squeeze the ball, release. Working into the hamstring. Don't forget to breathe. Good. 4 more here. And 3, 2. Last one, hold it up. Now can you lift that a little bit higher? Point the toe. Tiny point up. Like you're poking the ceiling. Your spine should be perfectly still. All the movement's coming from the glute here. 4 more here. And 3, 2, keep it up and 1. We've got our side glutes working now. So turn out the leg, bring it back in. So when we turn out, the inner thigh is facing the floor. Notice the height of the leg has not fully changed. So we're not bringing the leg up and down. We keep the same height and we turn it out. Externally rotating from the hip joint. 4 more. And 3, 2 more. Last one, keep it out. With a tiny lift up here for 8, 7, 6. Stay strong. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all down. Remember what we did here? Little blast of the quads. Take the ball, bring it forward. I'm going to turn this way. It's the same thing, right? So you've got, should be the opposite leg in front now. Arms got to be bent, elbows. We go into that 90-90 lunge. Take the moment to find that place in front of the room, so that will maintain your balance, maintain your posture. Use this as a moment of recovery. So head above shoulders, shoulders above hips. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. 2 more here, guys. We find that cheeky point again, lowering it down. All right, can we lift and lower? Lift and lower. Just enjoy it. Smile. You're here now. Enjoy the burn. 4 more. And 3, 2. Can you get to your lowest point? Squeeze the thighs together and release. Squeeze the thighs together and release. You've got 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. Now can we lift the heels and lower? Lift the heels and lower. Just 4 here. We're almost there. 2 more. Last one, keep the heels lifted. Can we reach the hands up to the sky? 8 tiny drops to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find that forward fold. Woo. I'm turning to face you. All right. Let the neck long here. Let the legs have a moment. Quads, glutes. We're stretching more the backs of the thighs for the moment. We'll give the quads some loving and lovely stretches. All right. Sit your bum down for me. Got to find a little core blast before you do a little stretch. It's one of my favorites. So we've lying down on our backs. Okay. From here, we start with our spine neutral. Then we do that imprint position we learned again. So it's an opportunity to practice. Soften the ribs. Draw the ribs towards the hips, and notice my lower back starts to lengthen along the mat. We want that rib to hip connection similar to what we did with the ball. That will give us that core and pelvic stability. From here, we take one leg to tabletop, the other leg joins. And we take the ball and place it just beneath the knees. And then we press into the ball lightly. We take an inhale breath, nod the chin to chest, and we exhale, we curl up. Good. So we all should be in this starting position. Then, with the ball, we roll it towards the left leg, and our left hand will press into the ball. And you can take that left leg and press into the ball too. So you've got this connection here, and we'll start to wake up the core. From here, we take the right leg, right hand, reach it away, keep pressing into the ball, bring it all back in. Right leg, right hand reaches away, bring it all back in. Now the secret to this game, very spicy, is the pressing of the ball. Also, the lower you get your leg and hand, the more challenging it is on the core. You've got 4 here. And 3. 2 more here, guys. Last one, let's keep the right leg, right arm extending. Hold here for 4, hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything together, let the head rest. Now, if that was feeling a bit icky for your neck, you can do this with your head on the floor. Otherwise, go straight to the other side. So we take the ball, place it on the right leg this time, curl up, make sure spine's imprinted here. Left leg, left arm's gonna have the fun. So you're reaching left arm and left leg away, bring it back in. Left arm, left leg away, bring it back in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reaching together, exhale, reaching away. 4 more here. Keep pressing into the ball. 2 more. Last one, holding here. Keep softening the ribs, scooping the belly for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Let everything go. Let everything go. Give yourself a big, fat hug. Then from here, let's get some stretches in. So let's flip onto our belly. I did say I was going to give you a quad stretch after that blast on the 1990 lunge. So let's take one hand. I'm using my right to make a pillow for my head. From here, left leg bends, left ankle is grabbed by my left hand. Now the secret to making this really yummy is to drive the pubic bone down onto the floor, just like what we did in breaststroke. Drive the pubic bone into the floor. Pelvis will tilt a little slightly, and you'll feel a yummy stretch in the quads. Allow this moment to breathe in deeply, and exhale, let everything out. Inhale, exhale, let it all go. Release that leg, go straight on to the other side. You're welcome to squeeze your glutes. Release it. Good. Now, let's all come to a seated position. Let's grab the ball. Now, ball is in left hand. We're going to place the ball in line with the hip. With your right hand, you reach it up towards the sky, and as you exhale, roll the ball away and allow yourself to side bend. Looking at the ball, looking at your hand. Restack the spine, take an inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, roll everything away. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, roll everything away. Hands going up and over. Now see if you can turn so your gaze is pointing down towards the floor. Maybe allow the arm that was up and over to feed underneath the armpit. Good. Reaching up. Let's make this a little bit more dynamic. And reaching up, looking at your fingertips. Exhale, feed it through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, feed it through. Last time, inhale. Exhale, feed it through. And then we roll the ball towards the hip. Then we take the ball to the center. Try to keep the bum glued on the floor for this. And then we exhale, roll the ball away from the body, shoulders stretching. Roll it back. And then we take the ball to the right hand side. Arm goes up and over. Exhale, side bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We exhale. Last time we're going to hold it in this position. And we're going to do the thread the needle variation just like what we did the other side. We inhale, look up. Reaching the hand up. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last time here, let's hold it down. Good. And then reach the arms up and back to center. Let's give the glutes a little bit of love here before we wrap up. It's going to a pigeon stretch. So I'm going to turn to this side of the mat and I'm going to start with my right leg in front. So right leg is in front, right leg is bent, right foot is flexed. And my left leg goes straight and strong behind me. So we're focusing on the right glute. Inhale to stay. Exhale, allow yourself to sit down towards the mat. Few options here. You're welcome to prop yourself up on your forearms. You're welcome to lie all the way down to the floor. And if you have your yoga block handy by any chance, you're welcome to place it here. It doesn't matter, just some options there for you. We want this idea of sinking down. Inhale, exhale, sink, be heavy. That should feel really nice in that right glute. Great stuff. So let's ground our hands onto the mat, tuck the back foot under. We'll go for a downward dog here to transition to the other side. So we shift the weight forward, left leg in front this time, left foot flexed. Try as best as you can to have the shin of the front leg parallel to the short front edge of the mat. It's totally normal that one hip will be tighter than the other. So perhaps you might need to go lower on this one. It may not be exactly the same as last one, that's totally okay. Inhale, exhale, sinking deeper into the stretch. Inhale, exhale, sink. Last time, inhale, exhale, sink. Ground into the hands, tuck the toes under, find your downward dog position. One last time here, maybe add a pedal. Now let's walk our hands towards our feet, then I'm going to turn to face you to finish. Keep the weight again, shift the weight so that the pelvis is around the center of the feet. We roll up. Last time, feel like you're a ragdoll here, let yourself dangle. Then from here, reach the hands up to the sky, looking at your thumbs. And as we exhale, press the hands down to heart center. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining me today. And again, this is your Body Club workout, and I hope to see you again soon.